Hello everyone, Kayla here with ICCD, and we're continuing our virtual summer outreach project. This week, the focus country is Bolivia. We are so excited to share the story about how God led us to work and minister to the deaf in Bolivia. And it's a really cool story. It was totally a God thing. It happened in the fall of 2018 that we were at a missions conference in Rochester, New York at one of our supporting churches, Pittsburgh Community Church, and we were there meeting different missionaries that the church supported and sharing about ICCD, and we had a ladies' breakfast and a men's breakfast. So when we were in the ladies' breakfast, we met this wonderful lady who came up to us and saw that I was signing the worship there, and she said, "We have some deaf people at our church in Bolivia, but we don't know what to do. How do we start a deaf ministry?" And we were so excited to meet them, and we said, "Oh, well, we can help you with that." So after the breakfast, we went to find Tom and tell him the great news. And Tom had a pastor with him. And who was it? The husband of the wife that we had met. And so we met with them and we sat down, and they basically shared with us that they had two deaf people coming to their church and they weren't sure how to start a deaf ministry. And we said that we can help them with that. So we set up a plan for the next April, which was in the spring of 2019, to travel to Bolivia to help their church learn how to begin a deaf ministry. And after we had shared with them at that meeting that past fall, they went ahead and started learning sign language right away. And so we were so excited to see their excitement about reaching the deaf for Christ in Bolivia and to start with their church by interpreting church services and learning how they can begin a deaf ministry. So in April 2019, we flew down, Tom and myself, to help teach and offer training and workshops for the members of their church, and also to host an outreach to the deaf community. So we were so excited. It was a beautiful country. It was wonderful to meet so many people at Narrow Way Ministries in La Paz, Bolivia. And it was just an amazing time fellowshipping with believers in Christ and seeing their hearts to want to share the gospel with deaf people in their community. So we taught several different workshops that week, and many people attended. And we also on Saturday had a special event where we were going to share the gospel with the deaf, invite the deaf community to come out and enjoy some fellowship with us. And the deaf community showed out and came out, and we shared the gospel, and one young man prayed to receive Christ that night. It was so wonderful to see God work while we were there. And so we left, but they carried on the ministry of sharing the gospel with the deaf. And now they have 2 to 4 deaf people that come to church regularly. Now understand, with COVID, things have kind of changed with all that. And so, but now they're continuing to meet online through Zoom and posting some videos that have interpreters and things. And so this week, we just want to specifically pray for that church, Narrow Way Ministries in La Paz, Bolivia, and our deaf friends there, to pray that God would continue to protect them and bless them and guide them as they minister and share the gospel with the deaf community there. So I contacted with them, and they wanted me to share a little bit that this week and this month is coming at the high peak of the coronavirus there. So please pray for God's continued protection and health for all of our friends and deaf friends there in Bolivia. Also pray for the president of Bolivia, who is sick with the coronavirus as well. And sadly, they told me that one deaf person had passed away from the coronavirus. So please pray for our deaf friends and ministry partners in Bolivia for health and protection and safety. Also pray for the interpreting team. There are more people that they need to help teach and train to become interpreters, so they all can work together and to help the deaf community know important information, but most importantly to know about Jesus. And so we were hoping and planning to have a camp down there, but this year that's looking like we might have to postpone it till next year. So we hope to visit all of our friends in Bolivia and to share the gospel there with the deaf community very, very soon. So please pray for our friends in Bolivia this week, and we'll be posting some videos and pictures of our trip, and just remember to pray. We know God is working, and we know that He will continue to bless and protect all of our deaf friends in Bolivia. We love you. Dios te bendiga. God bless you.